Going over to the political part of the podcast, you have Supreme Court rules Trump has immunity from official X. Well, this is brought to us thanks to X Twitter, and apologize, it's a little bit late to the game with this specific topic, but it says, quote, breaking, the Supreme Court has sided with President Trump, ruling that presidents cannot be held criminally liable for official actions of government in delivering a nuke to Jack Smith's January 6th indictment. It was also a 6-3 decision. And granted, this might be a little boring, but I thought it'd be interesting to read the syllabus. Again, this is argued April 20. They say, quote, a grand jury indicted former President Donald Trump on 4 counts for conduct that occurred during his presidency following the November 2020 election. The indictment alleged that after losing the election, Trump conspired to overturn it by spreading knowingly false claims of the election fraud to obstruct the collecting, counting, and certification of the election results. Trump moved to dismiss the indictment based on his presidential immunity, arguing that the president had absolute immunity from criminal prosecution for actions performed within the outer perimeter of his official responsibilities, and that the indictment's allegations fell within his core of official duties. The district court denied Trump's motion to dismiss, holding that former president do not possess the federal criminality immunity for any acts. The D.C. court confirmed. Both the district court and the D.C. court declined to decide whether the indicted conduct involved official acts. Held under the, when you scroll down, they say, quote, held under the constitutional structure of separated powers, the nature of the presidential power entitles former president to absolute immunity from criminal prosecution from actions within his conclusive and preclusive constitutional authority, and he is entitled to at least presumptive immunity from prosecution for all his official acts. There's no immunity for unofficial acts. This got more sense here. This case is the first criminal prosecution under our nation's history of a former president for actions during his presidency, determining whether and under what circumstances such a prosecution may proceed requires careful assessment of the scope of presidential power under the Constitution. The nature of that power requires that the former president have some immunity from criminal prosecution for official act during his tenure in office. So a little bit long of a speech, so to say, or synopsis. Went pretty well all over, but in this case got 1.7 million views and 19,000 likes, with some of the first comments come from Greg Price, who is just a dancing Trump video. Got 847 likes. Now, do you have a contrarian statement right off the bat? Our favorite leftist, Luke Zaleski. Well, not really favorite, but I do follow many people just because life can get a little bit boring in the echo chamber, and he is very much a leftist. He's one of the guys who pins to his profile that he's proud about an article he wrote about how young boys should not be allowed to play football. He also has a picture of him in a cartoon wearing a V-neck, which, again, I'm no fashion aficionado, except today. I have to say, today I look spot on, obviously. But he has a picture of him as a cartoon wearing a V-neck t-shirt, which, if you're a man, is maybe appropriate for like a date at home with a wife after 5 years of marriage. Like, you've been well established in the relationship, then it might be appropriate, I think, to wear that. But nevertheless, Luke says, quote, the macro narrative is always the same. Trump can do whatever he wants. A continuation of the Nixon nightmare that erases the Constitution, accountability, and the rule of law and replaces it with omerta politics. Republicans obscuring justice to preserve their criminal autocracy, which mostly mentally vacuous, yes, but 12 people did agree with Luke. Was he ratioed? No. Big Tech Sauce says, but Orange Man bad, getting 2 likes. Mystic Captain said, did Trump have a secret server and smash his cell phones with hammers? Remind me. I'll give it a like. They got 3 likes. Let's see here. Is there anyone agreeing with him? Mr. Boab says, show us on the doll where the Orange Man grabbed you, getting 2 likes. So, again, 12 people liked him. The comments responding to him were, well, not positive. Paul Zupa says, haha, love it, getting 38 likes. Livercat Media TM said, it's all over now. Libs are going to be coping and seething today. What is it? It's the NPC guy that says, free speech is dangerous unless the rules control it, getting 161 likes. Jcash Maga Queen, which I don't say A+ for marketing, but she also has a orange in her profile name. Let's see here. She says, quote, this is epic. The Supreme Court ruled exactly as they should. Courts only need to clarify or clearly determine what acts of a president is official and what is unofficial. A major win for Trump, getting 361 likes. Tony Kinnett says, but the walls are supposed to be closing in. And they have the famous, well, I was going to say liberal girl. It's kind of obvious when she has short hair, glasses, and she's wearing a beanie and a raincoat, which, I mean, even I don't dress that bad, and I'm a guy. That guy, and she's, from Trump got elected, she epically, like a mentality of a child, fell to her knees and cried, which was, yes, hilarious. That got 307 likes. Red Wave Press says the biggest Supreme Court decision in the history of the United States. Trump wins again. Now let's go win in November. Getting 567 likes. Andrew Fisher says Biden lawfare is fully exploded, getting 259 likes. I mean, that's one of those things, though. Now there are people calling on Biden to actually ban felons from running. So might Biden just do an executive order to say Trump can't run? I shall tell. Jessica Bowman says LFG. Thomas Massey was right. Jack Smith is invalid. And this is a highlight. It says, this is from the Supreme Court documentation. It says, quote, no former president has faced criminal prosecution for his acts while in office in more than 200 years since the founding of our country. And this is so despite numerous past presidents taking actions that many would argue constitute crimes. If it is unprecedented prosecution, it is to proceed. It must be conducted by someone duly authorized to do so by the American people. The lower courts should thus answer the essential questions concerning the special counsel's appointment to proceeding. That's 75 likes. Constance Underfoot, funny name, but perfect profile picture is in fact of George Washington, the OG, as some might say. And he says, quote, after the debate in Supreme Court decisions, the White House today, and it's the White House with the flag upside down because, yeah, Biden administration might be scared. They got 12 likes. James R. says, can we expect Jack's arrest? Getting 79 likes. What is this? Plantation scientist guy? The parody account says the Supreme Court is sided with Trump. And it's the Giga Chad black and white picture with him dressed up as Supreme Court costume. I say, for how often I reference to the Supreme Court, perhaps I should add that to my novelty wardrobe for the show. James R. says, what were the three against? Were the three against it liberals getting 11 likes? Which, yeah, probably. Hyatt Europa says we are beyond back, getting 19 likes. Rocation says LFG Trump, and it's Trump dancing. Let's see. Salty Texan says let the meltdowns from illiterate dopes commence, getting 54 likes. I don't want to say she gets an F- for marketing, but she does not have a Texas hat on, and she claims to be a salty Texan. Nevertheless, she did get 54 likes. Fade says a major win for America, getting 97 likes. CSA says get ready for the left to melt down, getting 53 likes, which, yep, spoiler alert, it is spreading like wildfire, or some might say drowning in liberal tears, something to that effect. What is this, a t-shirt? Pretty sure Joe Biden says put the Dem in dementia, getting 39 likes. There's Joe Biden attempting to shake the hand of someone who isn't there. Got 9 likes. Summarize. That's a pretty good profile name. They're doing exactly what they claim to be doing. I'll follow that. The Summarize says, quote, summary. The Supreme Court ruled that Trump versus the United States that a former president had absolute immunity from prosecution for official acts, not for unofficial acts. This is a landmark decision on presidential powers, getting 3 likes. So it will be interesting to see what kind of ripple effect this has. And again, we may speculate, what if they just expand the Supreme Court? I mean, what could happen next? As I usually say, time, of course, shall tell. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers at the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.